Laverne Cox got her big break in the Netflix series Orange is the New Black and has returned to Netflix in the hit Inventing Anna. And earlier this year, MJ Rodriguez became the first trans woman to win a Best Actress Golden Globe in her role in the popular series Pose on FX. Trans actors have been opening doors in show business, but have gender non-conforming people fully arrived in the world of performing arts, or is there still progress to be made? Joining me is transgender actor Travis Alabanza, who's on stage here in Boston in a solo performance. It's called Burgers. It's a hilarious and powerful reclamation story about taking back control and identity in one's life, and it's at the Emerson Paramount Center now through April 24th. Welcome, Travis.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for joining us. So tell us a little bit about Burgers and what inspired you to write it and perform it.
Right, so although this is Burgers' US premiere, we've been doing the show for about 4 years now. It's been touring UK and Europe, and it's a cooking show basically, where I make a burger live on stage with a random volunteer from the audience every night, and the only requirement of the volunteer is that he has to be a white man. And the idea of the show came because in 2016, someone threw a burger at me in a hate crime in London, and it was a really busy street and no one did anything. And it's bad, but I kind of laughed because it was such a silly and weird thing, and like a burger, right? You know, like not
of all things, a burger.
Right, not a good old-fashioned fist, but like, you know, and so I wanted to make a show that kind of took that as the stimulus, but used it to kind of explore what it means to be gender non-conforming.
So talk more about what it's like to work in the entertainment industry as a gender non-conforming person.
I think, you know, it's changing, but I think you have to make your own work. A lot of the time, to make the roles you want to see yourself in, I think I had to learn how to create my own stuff, because I was cast in a few shows, but it was only ever to play the trans character. It was only ever to be that kind of gender non-conforming sideshow person that comes out for a bit. And so I think it's a lot of grafting, but that's kind of the industry for everyone too.
Yeah, so you still feel that there's a lot of discrimination or misunderstanding in the performing arts?
Right, yeah, I think there's a misunderstanding, and I think it's weird because we assume the performing arts is going to be this kind of safe haven, but I would say people still have ideas about like who we can be and who we can't be, and that's affected like how we see ourselves on stage, you know.
What would you like to see change in the industry? How do you think the industry can change?
I want to see, I mean, it's happening. It's definitely happening. In the last 4 years, I've seen such a shift, but I want to see more of us in the decision making, not just, you know, brought on. I want to see us in the writer's room. I want to see us directing. I want to see us producing, because that's when we have the power to make the creative choices, you know?
Yeah, you know, we talk about Burgers being a reclamation story, and you explained it was kind of a reaction for you to this attack with somebody throwing a burger at you. You know, what have you learned about yourself through performing this, and what kind of reaction do we get from the audience? I think we're looking at a clip of the performance right now.
Oh, yeah, well, I think, I can't look at it. I think, you know, the reactions have really changed. It's a really risky show because it's different every night, because I bring someone from the audience. And, you know, doing the show in Berlin is different to doing it in Boston, different to doing it in Sao Paulo. But I think the show makes me feel really hopeful, because the audience aren't all the same. We're from very different places, and through like laughter and hearing stories, at the end it does feel like we're in it together, and so it makes me feel hopeful.
Travis, do you notice any difference though in people's reactions from Berlin to Boston in terms of, you know, how the audience may reflect the politics of the city that you're in?
Definitely, and I think that, well, I mean, yesterday for the first time doing the show, I heard there's a bit at the end where someone has to read something out. It was a thick Boston accent. I was so happy. I didn't know that when I picked them, but when I picked them and I heard their thick Boston accent, I was like, yes. But I think that, yeah, I would say that some cities tend to think they're more liberal, and so they actually come with a lot more stuff to work for in the show than actually, like, we just did the show in Blacksburg, Virginia. And when I say that, everyone has these assumptions of how it may be. But I think because they had never seen anything like it, they came ready to just take it in. Whereas I think the audiences that maybe have read some of the books or know some of the language actually take a bit longer to like chip away at, you know.
Now, you talked about the Boston accent. We have to give a shout out, because you told me before we started that this is a return to Boston for you.
Yes, yeah.
So what's your shout out?
Yes, my shout out is to Always Breakthrough, the teaching group here. I was lucky to be a teaching fellow at Breakthrough, Cambridge Rich and Latin, for 2 summers here, teaching, students art and social studies. It was actually in Boston where, because of teaching the students, I realized I didn't want to go back to college, and I dropped out in Boston to become an artist. It was like 8 years ago now. So obviously my mum wasn't very happy at the decision then, but now she is. And so yeah, shout out to Boston and shout out to Breakthrough. They do great work.
Okay, Travis Alabanza, thank you for being here with us today. Don't forget, tickets to Burgers are still available. It's at the Emerson Paramount Center now through April 24th. Thanks to all of you for watching. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at CityLine5, and you can follow me on Twitter at Karen Holmes Ward. Have a great afternoon.